Elon Musk has bought Twitter. I'm not a Musk fan or a Twitter fan, but I'm watching this intently because the first thing Musk did was lay off the management staff and about 50% of the employees. And I got to tell you, I just love that. As a former businessman, manager of organizations, hey, this is a great thing. I just think about what would happen if Musk's management style was applied to those government bureaucratic agencies in Washington, D.C. Now, Trump, when he ran for president in 2016, the greatest thing he said in my book was drain the swamp. Sadly, he didn't do it, but this style is the first step of what needs to happen in D.C. Imagine those, giant agencies, the Department of Justice, the IRS, the State Department, so many more with tens of thousands of employees. If you laid off all the top management and then let 50% of the employees go and realize that these people are not evil, but they're not elected and they're not accountable anymore. And really those bureaucracies, which by the way are necessary within any growing organization, but the problem with the bureaucracy is if it's not tamed, if it's not maintained, the purpose becomes just to perpetuate itself. And it demands more money, more people to keep a wasteful and ineffective process going, which is insane. And that's what we have in D.C. right now. So imagine if this style was added, let all those people go. And then the ones remaining could be told, hey, here are two objectives that we're going to put at the top of the list. Number one, we're going to recognize that every penny we spend, including our own salaries, that is taxpayer money. We are going to become great stewards of their money. And secondly, if Congress comes to us and they want a program or a law or regulations or whatever that we have to do, any of that stuff that we do, the second that we can see it doesn't work, we will eliminate it. End of story. If that were to take place, it would bring about a revolution and it would help us trust these bureaucrats more with our lives, which is what they want anyway. It's what I call government bureaucratic management, or GBM. I remember Jack Welch back in the 90s. Jack was the CEO of GE when GE was dying, and he turned it around. He wrote a book about his management style, just called it Jack. And in there, I love the part where he said he demanded that every department would lay off 10% of its employees every year. And the hope would be they'd lay off the least productive. This would keep the organization clean and focused and fulfilling its purpose for being. Imagine if that were applied to government bureaucracies. Listen, that would be the greatest Christmas present I could ever have. So Musk, hey, the politicians need to take note at what he's doing and ask themselves, hey, can we do this? Can we force this upon the bureaucracies in Washington, D.C.? Because it needs to happen.